Hi friends, welcome to what's going to be hopefully a very cozy, very productive week. It's fall reset time, baby! It finally feels like fall. Today was the first day that it really felt like fall. I woke up today, it was raining a little bit, it was like 60 degrees outside. I've been having a fantastic day. The AC has not been on all day long. It's fantastic. I'm so excited. I would like to spend some time this week doing some planning for fall, doing some content planning, doing some reading planning, also baking some fall treats and going on some fun fall adventures. That is the plan. It's currently Sunday night. I want to do a deep clean of the house so that we're all set and ready to go. But I want to show you something that I'm going to do seasonally moving forward. I just did this weekend. This is going to sound ridiculous, but this has helped my mental health so much, just changing my phone background. So this is what it looks like. I'm going to put a picture here so you can see what it looks like. But I basically took all of my favorite photos of the past 3 months from the summer and put them in this lovely little thing. It has been so helpful for my mental health because I feel like I often forget about the nice things in my life. And so having like a physical record every single time I look at my phone feels really good to be like, oh wow, I do have friends and family who care about me, and I do nice things with my time, and I have memories that I have documented of those nice things that I am able to do. That's been helping my mental health, and I thought I would share it with you since this is a seasonal fall reset. And the TV is now in screensaver mode, so the colors are gonna get interesting. I apologize. Let's start with the cleaning montage. I wanna get the whole house cleaned, and then I think we're gonna do some reading on the couch. I'm gonna listen to the audiobook of How to Sell a Haunted House by Grady Hendrix. I have to return this to the library in 3 days, and I would like to finish it before that happens. I'm pretty sure this book is going to ruin my life because it is about a woman who loses both of her parents in a horrific car accident, and that is literally my worst nightmare, so this is gonna be fun. It's set up in sections for the stages of grief. I'm currently on about chapter 7. I am really enjoying it so far, but I do think it is going to ruin my life. The brother-sister dynamics are very interesting, and it's causing me to think a lot about how my brother and I would handle a situation like this. And thankfully, I think we would handle it a lot better than the siblings in this book, but it's still absolutely wild. Okay, let's go clean. Is mostly clean now. Clean enough that I feel okay going into the week like this. I'm at about chapter 11 of How to Sell a Haunted House, so about that far into it, and it's, you know, it's still going well. There's a bunch of puppets in this house, and they're very, very creepy, and I think we've just had like the central situation set up. We've gone from denial into anger now, and I, for one, I'm having a good time with it. I'm really enjoying the audiobook for that, so I'm gonna stop reading that now. I want to have a little scone, a little cup of tea, and read a book physically. I went to Barnes & Noble today with my friend because they're having like a big sale, 20% off, double stamp, whatever situation. One of the things I picked up was One Dark Window. I have heard a couple of people talking about this. I think probably Reagan from Peru's Project was the one who made me really want to pick this up. But let me read you the back of this. I've been really wanting a fantasy with some romance in it, and I think this is gonna be exactly what I want. And it's a little darker too, so I think it'll be perfect for the fall season. Elspeth needs a monster. The monster might be her. Elspeth Spindle needs more than luck to stay safe in the eerie, mislocked kingdom of Blunder. She needs a monster. She calls him the Nightmare, an ancient mercurial spirit trapped in her head. He protects her, he keeps her secrets, but nothing comes for free, especially magic. When Elspeth meets a mysterious highwayman on the forest road, her life takes a drastic turn. Thrust into a world of shadow and deception, she joins a dangerous quest to cure Blunder of the dark magic infecting it. Except the highwayman just so happens to be the king's own nephew, captain of the most dangerous men in Blunder, and guilty of high treason. Very exciting. I feel like I'm just gonna eat this up. It is about 400 pages, but the font size is pretty large. So I think I'm just going to absolutely fly through this. I have been a little slumpy with my reading recently, and I just wanna reset. So I'm gonna pick up something new. Let's start this. finished work, I immediately sat down to film a very long video where I went through every single thing on my TBR. And now I have absolute chaos on my floors that I need to fix. I'm gonna grab my priority TBR and move that out into the living room shelves so that I have everything ready to go when I want to pick a new book. I have the things that I'm the most excited about right in front of my little eyeballs. So let's do that. Vlog, I want to share with you guys some of my favorite things that I've been doing over the past couple of weeks and months, and also the things that I'm looking forward to doing in the fall. The first thing I want to share with you guys is that Dan and I have been taking salsa classes, and it has been genuinely some of the best fun I've had in such a long time. I've never been someone who's good at dancing, and so when Dan suggested that we take a dance class, I was a little nervous. This was actually what our first date was, because we've known each other for a long time, but he asked me out at our friend's wedding because when I have a couple of drinks in me, I like to spin people around because it's fun. And he asked me if I would ever want to do like an actual dance class with him. And I said sure, because he was cute and I liked him. And that's what we did for our first date. So we went to a salsa class and it was a lot of fun. And so now this is something that we're doing. It definitely started as one of those activities that I was like, I will do this because I like the person I'm doing this with. This is not something that I would go do on my own, but it's turned into like a really fun thing to do every Thursday night. We kind of make a whole night of it. We go at 7, we have our hour of dance class. There's lots of really cool people in the class. And then sometimes we practice in the parking lot before we go home. Sometimes we go out to dinner. Sometimes Dan will cook for me. It's just been a really nice thing to have kind of in the middle of the week, getting ready for the weekend. And I've really genuinely been looking forward to it. And this past week was the first week that I actually felt like we knew what we were doing. That was really exciting. It's been kind of intense. We've definitely had to practice outside of class because it's hard. It's very difficult. And I think we're finally starting to get it though. Salsa class, who would have thought? We've been really, really enjoying it. Another thing that's been bringing me a lot of joy lately has been perfume. And you guys will know this if you saw my vlog where I built my home library, put my little office together. I was trying out the Discovery set from Le Labo. I made another perfume purchase I want to show you guys because it's kind of book related. I'm just really enjoying exploring a new thing. I love having a new thing to just like dig my teeth into. I feel like it's so fun to discover a new hobby. I just want to be the girly who smells nice. I want to be the girly who has a signature scent. These are so expensive, so I'm gonna try to see if I can find like a different brand that's not quite so expensive, but these are so good. So the one that I ordered is from, it's called Alchemia Perfumes. The one that I got is, funnily enough, book related. It's called Novella, and it's supposed to be lavender, Earl Grey, and tattered old paperback books. And I thought that was just such a stunning scent. I love lavender. This one reads a tiny bit grandma, but they also sent me 2 little testers that I haven't smelled yet. So I thought we might want to smell those together. I'm very curious to know if any of you guys are perfume girlies as well. Okay, well, this is funny. One of the ones they sent me is Carmilla, which is a vampire book. That's perfect for fall spooky season. Carmilla is a tantalizing enigma of ombre, Moroccan, cashmere musk, malgus lily, ylang ylang, dark bourbon rose, soft patchouli, and erotic whispers of jasmine incense. Wow, that's quite a scent. Oh, okay, it's like a little, I see, I understand now. Wow, these are so interesting. I can't even tell you if I like that or not. It like got all over my fingers accidentally. Interesting. I did it again. Oh, that's very strong. Okay, this is in a northern wood, and it smells like you're in a northern wood for sure. Super duper smells like woods. Okay, well, I got that all over me, which is not where it was supposed to go, but fun scents. I'm enjoying experimenting with a new thing. I want to tell you guys what my favorites from the Le Labo thing were now that I've had a couple of weeks to like chill with them. My favorites are definitely the Noir 29, the Matcha 26, and another 13. I love them all so much. Other things that I have been loving lately, trying to bring into the fall season, I really want to get back into playing video games. I feel like I have not consistently played in a really long time. Now that life is a little bit more stable, I would like to do that again. And one of the games that I really desperately want to play and prioritize is Tears of the Kingdom, because I absolutely love the Zelda franchise. And this game, it's hard. It feels harder definitely than Breath of the Wild. I've played a lot of the Zelda games. This one I think is one of the harder, newer games. I think the original ones are definitely more difficult, but it feels like a true sequel. Like, I feel like if I had gone into that game not having played Breath of the Wild, I would have no idea what I was doing. And I've been having a really fun time just messing around. I really want to take my time with this game. I feel like I kind of rushed through Breath of the Wild a little bit, and I want to just explore the world and do other little funny side quests and just have a nice time with it. This is more of a broad topic, but I really want to be better about going and doing all of the local events that are in the city. I live in Charlotte, North Carolina, and there's always so much going on, and I really just want to do more of those things. So last weekend I went to an arts festival with Dan and a couple of our friends, and we just walked around the little stalls and looked at all the art and ate a bunch of good food, and it was a really, really lovely time. And I just want to make sure that I am prioritizing doing things like that make me feel good. It's good to get out of the house. It's good to make memories. I feel like so much of our lives are output, and things like that are such good input for creativity and for work and for just refilling the well. And I want to prioritize more of those types of things. Kind of along the same vein, I feel like this year I really want to do all the fall activities. I absolutely love fall. The past 2 years, but definitely last year in particular, I didn't really make time to do any of the fun things that I wanted to do for fall. So I really, really want to make those a priority in the future. I have not gone apple picking at all as an adult, and we went this weekend and it was the most fun I have ever had. I was expecting it to be very easy to find apples. We would just go with a little bag, pick the apples, have a time. We got there, we got on a tractor, we took a little hay ride. We saw a petting zoo, a goat tried to eat Dan's shirt. It was very funny. And then we went to our little apple orchard and we hunted for apples. I don't know if apple season just happens really early here, or if this is what it is everywhere, but most of the apples were, there were a lot of apples on the ground. We had a really good time stomping on some of those. And then we filled up our little bags with apples, and I'm hoping this week we're gonna make some apple treats with them, do some baked goods, make some apple butter. I'm really, really excited to do some fall baking with our fall apples that we picked up. I am also on the hunt for the perfect apple cider donut. I got those ones that Trader Joe's sells, and they were good. They were exactly what I wanted. I've been on the hunt for apple cider donuts ever since September hit, and it's taken me a month to find them. And then I found so many in the same week. I literally went to 3 grocery stores to try to find apple cider donuts. I'd seen them at Harris Teeter before, they weren't there. I'd seen them at the Fresh Market before, they didn't have any. And then I went to Trader Joe's and they didn't have any. And then literally 3 days later, my friend was like, hey, so-and-so said she saw apple cider donuts at Trader Joe's. So I took my butt back to Trader Joe's and they had them. Apple cider donuts are incredible. But the apple cider donuts at this apple orchard were so good.
Was it good?
It's super good. You almost got some paper in there.
That's good.
Yeah, right?
The paper went up my nose a little bit.
It did?
Like, I would say that's the best apple cider donut I've ever had. And I think we're also gonna try to go to a cidery, which does like hard cider, regular apple cider, and also has apple cider donuts, and those are supposed to be really, really good. That's down in South Carolina, so I think we're gonna try to go there as well and explore apple cider donuts. You know what, there's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now, and I think if I can just carve out a little piece of happiness in the shape of an apple cider donut, that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. The last thing I wanna talk to you guys about are shoes. I've wanted a pair of Doc Martens for so long, years and years. And I mean, look, they're an expensive shoe, but this summer I decided to get my first pair, and I have worn these things to death. I had a pair of slightly shitty combat boots and I was wearing them a lot, and I was like, you know what? I think I'm wearing them enough that I should invest in a nice quality version of those. I've worn these so much more than I ever wore those other boots already, and I've only had them for a couple of months. Every single time I go anywhere, I'm wearing these, and I love them so much that I bought the sandals because I was wearing these so much, and I was like, you know what? It's the summer. Why don't I just get some sandals, and then that's me done for shoes for the rest of the year. And honestly, Best purchases I've made all year. I wear these all the time. The 3 shoes I wear 90% of the time are my running shoes when I'm taking the dog for a walk. These if I'm going anywhere during the day, and then these if I'm going anywhere at night. And I'm so excited to bring these into the fall season because I feel like I'm just gonna get so much more wear out of them. I was a little bit worried about breaking them in and the upkeep on them, but they've been so easy. Like the sole's like brand new still, and they're a little dirty right now because I took them to the apple orchard. I need to clean them, but I just conditioned them with a little leather conditioner that I got from Doc Martens, and they've been incredible. They've been so good. They did take quite a bit to break in, but you know, a little elbow grease, a little leather conditioner, and they're good for like decades. And then these guys I did not have to break in at all. And those are some of my favorite things. I would love to hear what your favorites have been in the comments as well. I can't even begin to tell you how happy I am that the lighting in this new house works so that I can film while sitting on the couch. Absolutely impeccable. I'm sitting here watching Kayla's readathon sprints right now, and I want to do some content planning with you all. I thought it might be fun to take you along for that journey since we are fall resetting. So I'm trying to figure out all of the videos that I want to do in the fall, all of the books that need to be read for those videos, so that when I do my October and November TBRs, I have like lists of books that I want to be reading in this time. I would really like to post twice a week until the end of the year. I just want to see how much I can do, really make a go of it. We'll see if that ends up happening. I really do like the way that Kayla does it, where she has a vlog every weekend and then a bonus sit down video on Wednesdays. And then if a Wednesday video doesn't happen, a Wednesday video doesn't happen. So that's, I think, what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna start by just writing out all of my video ideas that I have scattered in various places. So I'm gonna get those down all in one spot. I would love to hear from you guys if you have thoughts and opinions on the content that I'm making. I would absolutely love to hear that in the comments. Let me know if you have ideas for videos, if a specific type of video is more intriguing to you or not, if you have opinions on frequency of posting, all that good stuff. I'd love to hear in the comments. Cue planning montage. So content is mostly planned. The next thing that I'm gonna do is try to source any of the books that I know I want to read in the next couple of months from the library or from Scribd. I just want to figure out if I can get the ebook or the audiobook from my library for anything that I don't have physically, or if I have a physical book, I'll try to find the audiobook, because I tend to like to switch back and forth between audiobooks and physical books, so I can let you guys know if the audiobook is good, and also because I just happen to really like reading audiobooks. So I'm gonna go check out the library now. Books have been sourced, content has been planned. I want to let you guys in on a couple of the things that we're going to be doing this fall. So I'm not going to give you all of the books I'm reading. I'm not going to give you all of the videos that I'm doing, but I want to give you a little bit of information so that you can see what's coming down the pipeline. So I'm going to be reading a couple of people's favorite books in October, and let's just say I am horrendously excited for both of those videos. And then I think I might do a cozy horror vlog with one of my friends that I'm really excited about. I'm also going to attempt to involve Dan in a video. That's probably just going to be a sit down video, but let me know if you guys would like to see more of him on here, because I think he's down. I've also been wanting to do a vlog that involves AI in some way, and I finally figured out how I want that to look and how I want that to be formatted, and I can't wait for that one. That one's gonna be really interesting, I hope. Fingers crossed. We'll see how good the AI does, but I'm gonna get an AI to recommend me books, and I found the perfect one, and I'm very excited about it. I'm also gonna be exploring some not heavier topics, but I guess more serious topics later in the fall. I have some big questions that are swimming around in my brain that I would like to explore through books. So I'm thinking that I'll just take you guys along for that journey. I'm a little bit nervous about some of those videos, so we'll see if they actually go through, but for now, that is the plan. Like I mentioned earlier, if you guys have ideas for videos, I would love to hear them in the comments. I'm making the videos for you guys, so I would love for you to have some say in what I'm making. That would be fun. Ooh, I also have book updates for you, so let's go over to bookshelves and get those. So I finished reading How to Sell a Haunted House, and I know I just told you guys this in my wrap up, which came out last week, but I just wanted to also mention it here since we did start reading it in this video. I really loved the audiobook for this. This got gross. This got over the top in that Grady Hendrix way, and it also ended in a way that felt very hopeful to me, and I usually hate that in horror, but I really, really liked it in here. I put off reading this book for so long because It was about grief. It was about losing your parents. And that was just such a scary topic to me. And I wanted to take a moment to talk about that here since I didn't really mention this in the wrap up. But I think maybe that's the reason why I liked the hopeful ending of this so much, is because this is a horror that is deeply scary to me personally. And so I wanted it to end in a hopeful way, in a way where everything was more or less okay. I just feel like I want to explore that a little bit and see if that's a trend moving forward. If it's horror that I directly experience, that I want it to be happier. Whereas if it's not horror that I would directly experience, if it's more like supernatural over the top crazy, then, well, this is supernatural over the top crazy, but you guys know what I mean. Curious to know if you have feelings about that as well. My horror shelf is full. I don't have any more room. I can't read any more horror books because I don't have any more room on my shelf. I need to expand the shelf. I think we're gonna have to reorganize the bookshelves already, even though I just organized them, because I have no more room for horror. Oh, we also read One Dark Window, which was very interesting, and I did talk a lot about this in my wrap up, so I'm not gonna spend too much time on this, but I was right. I did fly through it. I always wanted to pick it up. It was kind of exactly what I wanted. It's not the most well-written thing in the entire world, but it was really entertaining, and that's exactly what I wanted from it. I do feel like both of these books really helped to kind of like push me out of those final dregs of my reading slump and really get into the fall spooky reads. I can't wait to just marinate in fall cozy spooky vibes the rest of fall. I'm actually gonna take you back in the living room. Let's chat in front of my TBR shelves because I have organized them a little bit differently than you saw at the beginning of the video. These are what the shelves are currently looking like. Basically what I did is I took that priority TBR and I pulled out anything that I definitely wanted to read in a different season, put that back on my shelves. And then I added in anything that I knew I was gonna read for a video once I had my content planned, and then also added back anything that I knew I wanted to read in fall, even if it wasn't currently on a planned TBR for a video or for my October TBR, which I've already filmed. Thrillers like The Paris Apartment or The Silent Patient, which my friend has lent me, and I'm excited to get through those. God Killer just feels like the perfect fantasy to read in fall. I feel like it would also be a good time to read Tress. I've had this forever and I'd really like to get to it this October. I've recently been on a huge haunted house kick, so I picked up some more haunted house books that I'd like to get to. So this is kind of the stack for the next couple of months. And I think the last thing that we need to do in this video is put up some fall decor. So let's do that. I only have like, I don't know, maybe 3 pieces of fall decor to my name, but that's okay. We're gonna be festive with what we have. We're ready for fall. I feel so happy to have done this little reset. I feel so prepared for the months ahead. I'm really excited about all the things that I'm going to be reading. I can't wait to do all of these videos for you guys. I feel like I'm hitting my stride creatively and otherwise with my reading and filming and all of this good stuff. So thank you guys so much for watching and supporting me. It means the absolute world to me. I love doing this so much. I feel like I'm one of those people who always gets really into a hobby for like 3 months and then quits, and I just want to keep doing this forever, and it makes me really, really happy to have found something that brings me so much joy, and you guys are a huge part of that. So thank you for being here. I will see you hopefully on Wednesday, but I might not have time this week to do an extra Wednesday video, definitely on Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern, as is usual. So I will see you guys then. Bye.